Hit the ignition and beat the ambition.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Panthers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad you're with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offense and defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who has to handle the ball on either side, offense or defense, this is a nightmare. You're stressing about what gloves, no gloves. Do I sometimes wear gloves? The quarterback, towel. There is a lot of conversations going on with the equipment guys in the locker room. Rain games for skill players are the worst.
The Panthers coming out, and they're led by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Rocky rookie season for the #1 overall pick out of Alabama. But, Greg, here's the guy the Panthers hope can get this franchise going in the right direction.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. B.J. Hill shuts it down there. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's the pistol snap to Young. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. And they keep him healthy, because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
We have the luxury each week, Mike, of sitting down with these players and really getting a behind-the-scenes look at what makes them so good and what makes them tick. And, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring the fan kind of behind the curtain and let them see for themselves what we see firsthand? And, man, it would only take a couple minutes for you to realize just what kind of leader this guy is. You would never know he threw 3 touchdowns last week. All he wanted to talk about was the costly interception and the couple plays he left out there. That's why they rally around him. The better he plays, the better the team plays. They need more consistent performances from him to get the rest of this team to do their part.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Panthers have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Dragon 60. Check go.
Here's Young. He'll air it out down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Go!
They'll go play action with Young. The second down throw is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Open man left side. He's got it. 18 yards on the connection. It's a Carolina first down.
19 right.
Out of the shotgun, Young gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Throwing on second down, Young. His throw left side is complete. And the Panthers are going to have themselves a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a first down. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Young. He's going to tuck, and he gets to the outside and takes it in. Bryce Young, touchdown, Panthers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Gun. Back. 42.
Throwing is Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Burrow to throw. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A first down throw for Burrow. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Legette. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. 31 yards. So after one, 7-3 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
Throwing is Young. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
The extra point is good. The Panthers extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll return this from the 10. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more.
Here we go.
They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
The Panthers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Now Young. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal.
Let's go. 19 tight. Check go.
To throw, Young. And he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point is good. And the Panthers move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession.
Here we go.
They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this run. 1st down now. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Dot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Play action now. It's Burrow. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal.
11 MT, tape. Dot.
To To throw is Burrow. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a second consecutive time.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks.
Back-to-back sacks, back them up. What's going to happen now on 3rd and goal? Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bengals are back within 2 scores.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The next drive about to get going. We're going to take a moment here to let you know what's coming up in prime time this week. Starting tonight, it's Sunday Night Football, one of the best games of the opening month of the season. Bills and Ravens from Baltimore. And then another double bill on Monday Night Football as the Titans and Dolphins meet in Miami at 7:30 Eastern. Followed by the Seahawks and Lions 45 minutes later with the kickoff in Detroit at 8:15 Eastern Time. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
To throw is Young. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
First and 10. Here's Young to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Carolina. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play, threw it up to the left corner of the end zone. And, Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
On 1, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
12.
Here's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This a 48-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Bengals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Young. A very dangerous throw, but somehow it is complete.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Here's Young. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Panther 11.
Here's Young. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready? Check up.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Throwing on second down, Young. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Point after, coming up here. Through the rain, the kick is good. Panthers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They motion the slot man left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Robert Woods, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. We saw a strong first half out of the Alabama man and former #1 selection, Bryce Young. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. A short one taken at the 10. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. God.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
God.
On 1st down, Burrow. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Brown. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment.
1-1, ready?
Couple of runs stopped behind the line. And now it's 3rd and 17.
God.
Burrow now. They'll set up the screen to Brown. Well, that is a fitting end to this drive. Nothing works. He loses yardage on 3rd down. Here comes 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and Now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Young to throw on 1st down. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Go.
On the bootleg, it's Young. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession.
11 MT.
We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now he'll run. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
He'll get that to his tight end. That's Jatavion Sanders. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Panther 1st down. The motion man is Sanders. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Back to throw. Young. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. Greg, you always talk about it. Take care of the ball. And this one, this team just has not.
Yeah, and you're just not going to win in the NFL if you're going to lose the turnover battle at this rate. And it's not just one guy. There's multiple guys who have their hand in this, and if they don't get it cleaned up and they don't continue to prioritize protecting the ball, we're going to see more bad performances out of them here in the future.
That's complete. It's Yosivov. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That one taken in by Burton. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
11.
To throw is Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here we go. White 80.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivov. And the Bengals are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And it's looking like 4-0 might be in the cards. Looking to finish off a perfect September as they're going to start this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the pistol snap to Young. He's going to air this one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Panthers.
From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
The second down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Go! Warrior 70.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He's got room past the 25. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Burrow to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Gesicki, the man in motion. That's caught left side by Burton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Burrow now to throw on first down. Open man, that's Charlie Jones. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? that hit's coming whether you catch it or not, and you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you gotta make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Burrow. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. There's that man again. Another catch. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Track at 60. Here we go. Set. 19 Lion. Ready.
To throw is Young. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. We would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Young. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Ready. 7 Pirate. Take go.
Throwing is Young. Going for it all. That's caught! And he'll take it on in. Xavier Legette, touchdown Carolina. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. They extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number 1. And I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better than that.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Burrow. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and a yard.
Gun. Shot. 180.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Here we go. Shot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A ball deep for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The home team's offense and Xavier Leggett headed back onto the field. And before this drive gets going, why don't we take a look at some of the leading contenders in the race to see who might take home the award as the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Got it. Ready?
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. Young. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Bengals are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
To throw is Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Let's get set. Shot.
2nd down, Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners, as we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.